Hey guys, I'm here to talk about the new moon in Taurus, which takes place on April 22nd. But more importantly, I first want to say happy birthday to all of my fellow Taurus people out there. Today starts Taurus season. It is April 19th when I'm recording this video. The sun shifted from Aries into Taurus today, and every time the sun shifts signs, collectively and energetically, we do feel it. We're coming off of the fire sign of Aries. Aries is a masculine sign and it's very aggressive and it likes to get things done. And then we shift into Taurus season, and Taurus is a yin sign. It's very feminine and more receptive and tends to go inward and retreat and pay attention to the natural rhythms of our bodies, our mind, everything. Just it's a time of reflection and building. So, it's like an incubation period after the fire of Aries. Now, this past Aries season was obviously different than most because of what's been going on, and as this Taurus season will be as well, because a lot of people are still under stay-at-home orders, quarantine, things like that. So this is going to likely be a different season than the normal Taurus season. However, one thing remains true, which is this is a time of paying more attention to the natural rhythms of your body, what's going on with your value system and your resources, and learning how to work with things differently, which we're all learning. And then also on the positive side, at least I feel it's positive, finding that we can do without things that we didn't think we could do without. And so there's a lot of minimizing going on right now. And I think that that's great because it's very much needed at this time. And it's kind of funny because the new moon takes place on Earth Day, April 22nd. The Earth is literally, if it had a face, a face that you could see, it'd be probably have a huge smile on its face right now because things are being allowed to breathe. There's room now, there's space, there's, on the positive side, there's space, there's, you can even feel it when you go outside, the birds are chirping louder, animals are acting different because they feel more free. It's quite interesting. Anyway, this new moon is going to be conjuncting Uranus, which is the planet of change and shakeups, and it also rules over, liberation. And everybody wants liberation right now because we're all feeling very restricted. Which, speaking of restriction, this moon is also squaring Saturn. So those are the two biggest pieces. It's conjuncting Uranus in Taurus, and then it's squaring Saturn in Aquarius. Which together, that's about restrictions and delays, which, hello, no surprise. That's what we're working with right now, everybody. But that's the beauty of it on the positive side, is we're all in this together in different ways. Taurus rules over our value systems and our money. And, so yeah, definitely there's going to be some changes going on in that department. We've already seen a lot of them. Uranus is also in Taurus until 2026. So this isn't even just this whole COVID situation, even going beyond that, projecting outward, we will still be, our money system and our value system will still be changing because Uranus is going to be in Taurus until 2026. And the last time Uranus was in Taurus, which was 1934 until 1941, I believe, that was when we saw a lot of, meaning I did not see it because I wasn't here, but there was mass migration, there were food shortages, there were things like that. So there was like an underlying anxiety, but then collectively everybody came out of that stronger. And I really feel like that's what's going to happen now after this time, is that yes, right now there's an underlying collective anxiety, no doubt about it. People feel displaced, shook up, not knowing what's coming next. There's just this feeling of unnerving, and it's not fun. It's really not. But on the positive side, when we come out of this, hopefully as a nation, we will be stronger, and our value system will have changed but become that much better because we're now learning to do without things that we didn't think we could do without. We're being forced into that at this point, for better or worse, and hopefully it will be for the better, right? So this new moon is definitely going to be challenging, but not so challenging that it's not going to feel any different than we're feeling right now. At least I don't think so. I think we're just the best thing we can do for ourselves at this time is to retreat and go inward and just pay really close attention to our bodies, making sure we're taking care of ourselves, taking our vitamins, getting outside into nature when we can, and connecting. That's it. That's the most important. Those are the most important things that we can do right now to mitigate the effects of all of the anxiety that's happening around us, because it's not easy to not fall into that trap, right? And on the other side, I wanted to mention that when you watch the news, let's just say, and I know, a lot of people watch the news every single day, every single night, which is fine. Or if you watch a movie, a horror movie, a scary movie, it takes like a full 3 days to get the images out of your psyche, for real. I've read about this. It takes like at least 3 days to get images out of your mind completely. They stick with you, and then that causes more anxiety. So if you're finding like that you're completely in that state where you just can't shake it and you don't know why, just ask yourself, go inward and ask yourself, what have I been doing the past 3 days, 4 days, 5 days? What have I been watching? What have I been paying attention to? What have I been ruminating on, focusing my attention and my energy on? And then likely there will be your answer. So trying to just kind of navigate a little bit differently. I know everybody handles stress differently and everybody deals with things differently, but that could be just a little tip there that can help you. New moons are always a time of abundance and bringing things to fruition, and Taurus is a sign that likes to build. So this is a time where it would be wise to maybe put some personal projects on the forefront and see what it is that you've been wanting to work on or work through, and putting some energy there just to try to take some energy away from other things that we cannot control, which is a big deal right now. We all feel out of control in a lot of ways. I'll just say, I'm going to be turning 40 during Taurus season, and it's the one time my birthday's on a Saturday, and it kind of sucks that I'm going to be home in quarantine and most likely not even able to see my own family. So it's like, but I'm trying not to wallow in that, because I'm like, whatever, maybe that day it doesn't matter. It matters, but it doesn't, because I'm not the only person in that boat, and on the bigger scale of things, it could be a hell of a lot worse, and so thankfully it isn't. So, but these are the things we have to look at, because we have to just deal with what we have to deal with, and we really don't have any other option right now. So I would like to pull a Spirit Animal Oracle card. I've been feeling much more connected to animals lately, probably because every time you go outside, I don't know if you've noticed that animals are actually acting different. They're around more, clearly, because there's more space for them to be around. But just interesting. Anyway. Ooh, and one jumped out, so this must be the one. Wombat Spirit. Be at home. So, Taurus likes to be at home wherever they are. So, Wombat is saying be at home. Wherever we are right now, be at home within yourself, be at home in your home, because where else can you really be right now? I'm just going to read it anyway, because it does give you messages from the book, and these are actually pretty cool. Okay. Burrowing deep into the ground, remaining safe, sound, and well-fed with family is a special trait of the wombat. Home sweet home is always available if you recognize that well-being is the truth of life. Wombat Spirit reminds you that to be truly at home in the world, you need to find comfort within your own skin. You do this by accepting all your experience without judgment, through a deep honesty and love of life. When you feel the freedom to be yourself, you can begin to truly feel at home in your life, with your family and tribe. Right now, you're in a beautiful place where you can hang up the coat of your identity and settle into a true sense of home and well-being, understanding that all is well. Everything you do from this place rings true in harmony with spirit. It's pretty cool. So so be at home. If you have a roof over your head and you've got food on your table, and sure, so things are not perfect, not for anybody. Everybody doesn't always talk about what's going on in their lives, right? But no one's feeling like things are fantastic right now. And if you are, I'm really happy for you, and I mean that genuinely from the bottom of my heart, because most people I speak to, myself included, we're not all feeling that way. So, be thankful and grateful for the things that you have and the things that you call home, whether that's within another person, whether that's within yourself, whether that's within, like I said, the roof over your head, the food that you're eating, just being thankful to have what it is that you have and minimizing what it is that you don't need. I hope that helped you all. Take really good care of yourselves, and I will be back sometime soon to talk more about whatever, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.